Hey, want to skip those ads and get early access and bonus episodes of all Banana for Scale shows? Hop on over to truestory.fm/join and discover all the cool perks that come with being a member of the Banana for Scale family. Coming up, we put box cutters on a bagel. Yeah, always remember to check your bagels when you come home from trick or treat, because people found whole box cutters in there. That's been debunked, right? Like, we haven't found actual like razor blades in candy bars or anything like that.
No, as I understand it, most of the time when there's been a report of that, it is like the parents tampering, trying to harm their own children.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I mean, I did not expect that to be thematic to this episode.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But, wow. Okay. Well. Yeah. But on that note, yeah. Let's dive in. Greetings, Verse Jumpers. I'm not Lester Ryan Clark,
and I'm not Keenan Diaz.
We're another version of them from another universe, and this is another episode of Every Minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once, a show where we attempt to explain, evaluate, enlighten, and elucidate the Academy Award-winning film Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay, so our minute begins with a commandment from God, Gong Gong, to Abraham, Evelyn.
And it ends with a question from Isaac, Joy.
Yes, folks. I know we did the child sacrifice joke in the last minute, but this is the minute where Evelyn really has to decide whether or not to go through with it. And this minute ends right as it looks like she is about to go through with it. Mm-hmm. But before that, let's get back to the top of this minute. You'll remember Alpha Gong Gong had just slipped Evelyn a box cutter. Where did he even get that? Mm-hmm. I guess it's not so weird in a movie where, people can verse jump, but I like to imagine our Gong Gong has it like in his pocket whenever, they're like at the supermarket or whatever, and Evelyn's not looking. He just starts like stabbing the produce or whatever.
My father whips out his little pocket knife whenever
Really?
Anyone is like, yeah, oh, I'm having trouble opening this bag. He's like, boop, ching.
Uh-huh.
We're like, oh, Dad, Jesus Christ. So he loves it.
Okay, well, so it's kind of like a Boy Scout situation. It's like always prepared. I always got.
Yeah, always
if everything need anything cut or stabbed or sliced,
right,
I got it.
The screw is loose. Here's my dad's pocket
Yep.
knife. Oh, yeah.
Hey, pizza's here. Oh, geez.
That's right.
I can make it in really, really small pieces for everybody. Okay, yeah. That makes more sense than randomly stabbing fruit.
That's what Gong Gong would do.
That's what Gong Gong would do. Yes.
Right. To pull out the seeds in the watermelons. Yeah. Get that out of there.
Just for no reason. Yeah.
Yeah. Not the ones he's even going to buy.
Right. Just kind of like a little malicious, like, type thing. They're on their way somewhere and they pass like a kid's birthday party or something like that, and you just pop. He doesn't like any children being happy.
No.
Yeah.
I did wonder about this because it seems like Evelyn got this tape from this area, so maybe the box cutter is around there as well. But
possibly.
I don't know if Dick Long or Heath Pegseth opens a lot of cardboard boxes in his office.
It seems like his job would be sealing boxes up with important files that the people shouldn't ever see, ever.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so you think this is Gong Gong's and not something that comes with this office?
Well, actually, no, I had a joke a little bit down the page about how weird it is that Dick Long or Heath Pegseth has so many weapons in his office, and then I thought, wait a minute, no, that's not weird at all. So,
right.
But yeah,
it's weird there's no Viking axe in here
exactly.
Or a scimitar. Yeah.
Just a box cutter? Come on. Yeah. But yeah, for whatever reason, he has this box cutter. Gong Gong, not Heath Pegseth. Thank God. And he slips it to Evelyn and tells her to kill Joy so that Jobu can have one less universe to access. Damn. And thankfully, Evelyn refuses. But Alpha Gong Gong says, how do you expect to defeat her in every universe if you can't even kill her in one? But Evelyn has been shaking her head, and now she bends down and she whispers, she's your granddaughter, to which Alpha Gong Gong nods and replies, how do you think I feel? I know before we were talking infinite universes where we assume these characters aren't together.
Right.
Or maybe they're, like switched around in some way, or just, absent from, the core family. So her saying she's your granddaughter, and more importantly, him answering like, yes, this is true, but indicates to me that this bond is special somehow. It transcends the vastness of the many worlds theory. Like this family must be linked in some way, even in universes where, they don't seem to be linked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because he could have just as easily responded, no, she isn't my granddaughter. She's only my granddaughter in a couple universes. So this really is a drop in the bucket. That's actually the introduction of infinity makes relationships meaningless and also the most meaningful thing there is. Very meta for this movie. But the fact that he acknowledges that, the fact that he's not, because he's supposed to be, one of the gurus of the Alphaverse. So it could be an opportunity right here to kind of, remind her and remind us. It's like, oh yeah, the multiverse is infinite. So she's actually not my granddaughter. But he doesn't say that here.
Right. Yes. There are so many other permutations, right, where it has to be where this is not his granddaughter. But you're saying that maybe there's something spiritual in the movie version of the many worlds theory where, okay, in most universes he is still like a family friend or a rival at the dojo or something. They've got some kind of relationship. In the universe where they are all tree stumps, he is a tree stump who had come before her and gave her wisdom or something. Yeah.
Yeah. There has like these. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if Deirdre, 7 if Becky. Like these like 7, like these 5 to 7 souls are like, no matter how you roll the dice, they somehow end up together in all the universes somehow. I like that idea.
I mean, so in, say, the Rakakuni universe, right, Evelyn and Chad are rivals at the teppanyaki place, right? But she doesn't seem to know that Chad exists in this world, but he works at the IRS building, which becomes the focus of her point in our universe, right?
Right, yes.
Yeah, so maybe they don't interact, but they're around and they have that connection somewhere here.
Yeah, so in that universe, in the Chad versus Evelyn universe, it could be that her daughter is named Becky, and they have a son named Waymond or something like that.
Right. Waymond could be a Rakakuni in that universe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. In the universe where Gong Gong is the goose who adopts the panda. And raises him to cook noodles. Right. The panda could be Evelyn, and Joy could be the the tiger. And Waymond is probably the monkey because that's Jackie Chan.
Sure. Yeah.
Deirdre
you seem to have,
is a little red panda, probably. Yeah.
Probably. You seem to have you've filled this world out so beautifully, Keenan. You should write a script.
Oh, I probably should. Yeah. The mantis is Becky. Yeah, easy.
I like this. Yeah.
I know I'm missing one more. Hold on. There's another
from our movie or from that movie.
From that movie. There's the Furious Five.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda. This is Kung Fu Panda.
By the way. Wow, way to give it up, Keenan.
Starring James Hong.
Yeah.
The mantis. Oh, Lucy Liu is the viper.
Okay.
Becky, no, hold on. Becky.
Could that be Deirdre?
Probably Lucy Liu. No, I think Deirdre's more adversarial. I had Deirdre as Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, okay.
Well,
which means in the Hook universe,
right?
then Joy is obviously Rufio.
Yes,
obviously. Evelyn is Peter Banning.
Yes,
it has to be.
Waymond is
Tinkerbell.
Yes.
Whatever you were going to say, it's wrong because he's Tinkerbell. No, what were you going to say?
I was going to say Smee, but
actually, dang.
Yeah.
That would be that would work too.
But I don't know. My favorite character in that version of Hook is
version of Peter Pan.
In that version of Peter Pan is Maggie Smith as Wendy. I think that's a super interesting character, and and she still has feelings for this man who's now 60 years younger than her or whatever, and has married and everything. But that's really interesting and existential.
Yeah.
So I don't know who that would be here. We don't really have a character. We don't really have a character like that.
Is it like a wise kind of motherly?
Like, I'm letting you go. I'm so in love with you, I have to let you go. But I still want to be around every Christmas. You come around and I see you and your family growing up or whatever. I'm like, oh, geez.
Oh yeah, that doesn't. If Gong Gong were nice.
But that's the thing. It doesn't have to be old people are old in every universe too.
Yeah.
They're connected in some way. Yeah.
I was seeing Gong Gong as the crocodile, actually.
Yeah, that's true. So he's still around, even though he's dead the whole time.
Yeah. Until the end. Or, well, I guess that's debatable. I don't know. I watched that again recently, and I'm like, this makes no fucking sense, but whatever.
It makes no sense, but it's pretty satisfying.
Yeah, it is.
But anyways, yeah. So yeah, in whatever permutations they're in, then they're related in some way. Still, they're still around.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that's a good question to keep in mind. Like when we get to the Rocks universe, where there seem to be only two
I thought you.
souls.
Okay, sorry. I had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
You mean the universe with actual rocks?
Right. Yeah. What's the other version?
What other version is there? The Rocks universe.
I don't know.
With Dwayne Johnson, of course.
That's right.
Who is obviously Deirdre.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, but in the universe where Evelyn and Joy are rocks, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
They seem to say that in this universe there is nobody else. The sentient life hasn't evolved there. We don't see any other rocks around either. So let's come back to that question. Like, so, that's quite some time from now. That's like a year from now. So like, have they like finally found a universe where they are alone, or are people still around in some other spiritual way that we can't understand because we're not rock people?
Yeah. When I have. Oh, geez, you opened up a can of rocks. Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. Yeah,
we got time.
We do. We have eternity. Apparently. But okay, so all that to say, that's my headcanon. How about you? That this group is constantly kind of like falling together whenever the pieces roll out.
Yes. I think that just feels right. I don't know if we have any evidence for it. It feels right. But that's like the movie Cloud Atlas,
That's what I was like, Sky's Landing, Cloud Island.
Sky
Atlas.
That's a pretty good name for a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that one.
With Thallowy Massoway.
I'm sorry.
You may not remember, but I made up this very brilliant name when I was trying to think of Timothy Chalamet. This was way back in minute. I don't even know.
Thallowy Massoway?
No. Thallowy Massoway.
Thallowy Massoway.
Thallowy Massoway. Yeah.
He says you could just call him Timmy.
Well, I'm going to call him Thallowy Massoway.
But if you don't know Cloud Atlas, the David Mitchell novel, or the movie, which is what I know, there are 6 main characters, and so then there's like really like 10 characters that we're seeing with their sidekicks and everything.
Right.
And they are we see them in 6 different radically different timelines. Like one is during
not radical as like Ninja Turtles radical, but
some of them are pretty radical. Yeah, one's like in the 1800s in the slave trade, and then it goes into the 30s, the 70s. Let me look here, and all the way up into 2321 after some kind of like apocalypse has happened. And yeah, these characters are played by the 6 main actors, and in some of the universes they're different races and genders, and and it's not like one for one where every time it's Tom Hanks he's a good guy. Actually, Tom Hanks is a bad guy in 2 of them, like a really pretty terrible bad guy. So yeah, it just sort of depends. But yeah, they kind of come back to each other is kind of the thesis of it. It's really,
I
really
can't
nice.
believe we haven't talked about that movie, Sky's Landing, since the beginning of this podcast. I mean, like they're practically twins.
Yeah,
well, no, they're not. I mean, like they're vastly different, but they're practically twins, except not at all.
They're not at all.
Yeah. But no, I've seen YouTube videos like examining or people trying to link all of like Tom Hanks's characters together in this like evolution or devolution thing, and then Halle Berry's characters and all of the other characters.
What do they think of? Give me his name again. Thackeray Malloway.
Thallowy Massoway.
Thallowy Massoway.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember. I didn't remember that he was in the movie.
Well, he's not, because he would have been. He would have been like 10 years old.
Okay. Yeah. He's in that other movie, Desert Mountains. And Chucky's Candy Emporium.
Chucky's Candy Emporium is much better than people give it credit for.
It is. It is.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah. I think it's the stigma when of having to follow in the footsteps of Wild Gene. Nobody can do a Chucky like Wild Gene.
No, right. When he's pretending to be very young at the beginning, but then he does a bunch of jumping jacks and you see these old.
Obviously, right. I think
he improvised that on the day.
Did you know? And he actually broke his toe.
Kicking that orc helmet.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well,
I think the stigma came from the second iteration with Deep Johnny.
I don't think you could call him that.
Deep Johnny is no Wild Gene.
If you don't know what we're talking about, that's very funny. So I apologize if you don't know what that means. That's
and neither of them
incredibly funny
are Thallowy Massoway.
Okay, good.
Come
Anyways,
with
check
me
out.
and you'll be no. Okay. Anyway.
Anyways, think about the Wachowski and Tom Twyker's movie Cloud Atlas. It's if you like Everything Ever, you might like that movie.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. When I watched that in the theaters. On opening day, because we had to watch it for class, my girlfriend at the time was so confused and so angry because it was unlike anything you'd really ever seen before. And she's like, "I need to go." I need to go into the hall and Google this movie and see what's going on.
Like mid movie, like in the middle. Oh.
And then she came back and was like, "There's no Wikipedia description yet because it's the first day." And
well,
she was very unhappy. She didn't know what was happening. Which I'm sure that'd be a very unpleasant experience because it's also almost 3 hours long. So if you weren't having a good time in the first hour, you're not going to have a good time.
Well, I figure the joy is not knowing what the hell is going on and trying to figure it out.
Well, try to explain that to someone who is not having a good time and be like, they want you to be confused. And I'm sure she's like, oh, fuck them.
I remember just sitting in there and watching. It's like, isn't that Barry Holly?
Right. Yeah, and the actor I'm always most grateful to, HanksTom.
Yeah, and you got to say it just like that.
Right.
HanksTom.
Hey, HanksTom.
Yeah, even when he's in bad movies that you don't like, you give us a HanksTom. Hashtag. Oh boy, people are either loving this right now,
right,
or they're like, I have to go out into the hall and count to 10.
Yeah. I don't blame my ex for doing that because it is a confusing. But I was having a transcendent experience. I'm like, this is so beautiful.
I mean, no, that's exactly the reactions I was met with when I introduced some family members to our movie, To Everything Everywhere.
Oh, really? Uh-huh.
Yeah, they were like, "What?" Like, yeah, we watched it. What the hell was that? And I'm like, "What? Like, you got to watch it a little bit more than once." And it's like, it's a brain tickler,
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this podcast might prove that otherwise.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway. Okay, yeah, all of that because I want the headcanon of all of them being together in all the universes.
Yeah, which makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in the script, so as I said in a couple minutes ago, like this scene for whatever reason has the most changes I've tracked so far from the production script that we have. Just like they seem like little things, but this is an example of that. This line here. So when she says, she's your own granddaughter in the script, and he doesn't respond with, yes, I know, or any kind of indication that he agrees with her on that.
Okay.
So he just moves to his next line, which is, the sacrifice is necessary to win this war. I know all too well. So he doesn't in the script say like, this is my own granddaughter, or I acknowledge that I have this connection. He's more acknowledging like her pain. Right. So yeah, either there's another draft of this scene as they're getting closer into production, or they let the actors kind of find stuff on the day or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the whole Rakakuni scene, it's a little tiny changes, but yeah, this adds that, right? So in the script version, Alpha Gong Gong stays what we would expect Alpha Gong Gong to be. Like, no, like I'm cold blooded. Like we have to, break a few omelets.
Break a few omelets to make a mess.
To make a whole fucking mess, right?
Yeah.
But like that's how we expect him to be, And yeah, so either James Hong or the Daniels, closer to production or on the day, were like, it's actually really interesting if he admits that this is his granddaughter in some way.
Right. Yeah, I like that. I have some opinions a little bit later on about whether or not he actually cares, but we'll get to that. Right. But yeah, so while this is happening, folks, we can hear Joy talking to Becky on the phone. I tried to pick it out. We're obviously not supposed to hear most of it,
right?
With the music and with James Hong and Michelle Yeoh talking. But I think I caught something like, I'm wearing a golf blank, which I really like. It's like we were saying, Keenan, like how could Joy not question how she's suddenly wearing, these new clothes, right?
She could ask her wife, like, do you remember?
Yeah.
like I trust that I'm crazy, but like you would remember if I was wearing a golf something.
It's like, do you remember us going to, a sports like store and buying some golf stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Now we cut back as Alpha Gong Gong is saying, but it's a sacrifice that is necessary to win the war. Mm-hmm. Now Evelyn looks from him over to her daughter, and we cut to Joy on the phone. Waymond is still fussing with the tape, and we can hear Becky on the phone. She could be saying, okay, but why are you dressed like that? Mm-hmm. I could only hear something like that at the end. The script says, wait, why are you tied up?
Right.
I imagine this was improvised, so whatever like Stephanie Hsu comes up with like in the chair, like Thallowy Massoway would like then like construct the other half of the conversation. Yeah. But what I really like is what happens next. We get a brief flash of Jobu back in that hallway, also wearing the golf outfit. She's standing in the center of the hallway. Behind her, we can see the dead officers just barely in the darkness. She's in this pose. She's got like one leg sort of stepping in front of the other, and she raises her gloved hand like she's saying hi to Evelyn, but it also looks, again, like one of those like saintly, angelic pieces of art where the figure has like a hand raised to the heavens or in like a proclamation of something. If this were a painting, I would call it the Patron Saint of Chaos. Really nice imagery. And subliminally, I had to say that twice, folks, subliminally, it tells us that either Jobu is watching all of this and sort of like making herself known to Evelyn here, or Evelyn is thinking back on what Jobu had said earlier. She's thinking about her. Either way, Jobu is present in this moment with them, and I love it.
Yeah, and the shot is of her in the hallway. It is like the shot that we see earlier of her in the hallway doing this, but it's not quite the same thing.
Right.
So the one that we see in the hallway earlier is one that I commented on where it feels like Jobu has control over the hallway lighting. Right. I think that's pretty clear, whereas like she kind of flicks her hand up when she does this and the lights kind of turn on and off in succession, so it seems like there's like one big beam of light going down the hallway towards her. Yeah. But it also feels like she's in control of the emergency lights, because when she flicks her hand up is when the light behind her turns on. So that second light change is happening here in our minute, but they're not the same shot though, because in the scene in the hallway from before where this exact motion happens, we don't have any light on Stephanie Hsu's face.
Right.
Yeah. So it's kind of silhouetted. So this is not literally a flashback. So it's something else.
I've heard. Actually, I might have heard on this show by you telling me, and I just can't remember. That every time you remember something, you're only remembering the last time you remembered it.
That is what I understand. That we use like the metaphor of reading a disc or opening up a file folder for memory, but really memory is not read only; it's write only. Like we only every time we read a memory, we're really writing memory. We're encoding memory.
Yeah. So every time you're remembering something, it's kind of like you're drawing a new picture.
Yes.
And then when you recall that, you're not recalling the original thing. You're just recalling the picture. The most recent picture, and then you're drawing another picture based off that.
Another one, right? Yeah. So you're never really. I'm going to say you're never really remembering, which isn't exactly how that works. But you don't have perfect recall of anything.
Right.
Again, every time, the more you examine a memory, the more you change it just by the nature of it. I think that's the most current idea within memory science. But if there's more, recent stuff out there, I'd like to hear it.
But in that case, like that kind of goes with what you're saying right here, that this is kind of like that scene, but maybe Evelyn is like recalling it.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different, right?
Yeah. Right. So, and she sees Joy/Jobu's face in her memory, even though it was like silhouetted in the real time.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah. So
or Jobu is controlling her memories, like you said, or
she's actually in there being like, hey,
right.
Yeah. But yeah, we turn back to Evelyn as she turns back to Alpha Gong Gong in all his smoky glory. Remember, we said when there's smoke, there's Alpha Gong Gong. But I think more importantly, this is where Alpha Gong Gong is being villainous. And he is saying, you must do it. Go. I don't know why I brought my voice down to Emperor Palpatine, but you must do it. Do it. And he's physically pushing her to go and kill her daughter. And at that last part where he says go, we get a close-up on his face, and his eyes are notably dry for someone who is about to lose their granddaughter. He does not look particularly torn up about this. What do you think?
Right. So again, versus the script, he says, the moment where he says that he understands, there is a lot more emotion here. But yeah, by this point, he sort of steeled himself away from it. Yeah.
Right. Either steeled himself away from it or almost like he's, I don't know, like faking it for Evelyn's sake, but not doing a very good job.
Faking the care for Joy, yeah.
Yes. It's like, how do you think I feel?
Right.
And it's like little violin on his shoulder. And then he's like, go do it. I'm broken up over here. Just go before you see me. And then she turns away and he puts little drops in his eyes and he's like, go.
We can only kind of imagine how many times he's done this, right?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't say like I've seen this. He doesn't say like Evelyn, like I've seen you die 1,000 ways in 1,000 worlds,
Right.
1,000 times in 1,000 ways. But so if we can imagine that, Alpha Gong Gong might actually really care about it, but he's just better at, dealing with that than even Alpha Waymond.
Right. He's a little bit older. He's a little bit more, he's been through it a little bit more.
Right.
Oh, this, we just kind of stumbled upon a really sad, profound thing, but you see older people cry less often.
Sure.
Because I think it's because they've been through so much. It's like, well, it's like it's almost like I'm out of tears,
Yeah. And you've sort of, become stronger, like mentally, like the first time you've lost a pet, right? It is devastating. And then the second time it still sucks. And, and you might say it's devastating, but it doesn't feel the same. I don't mean to be, cruel, right? But like, the first time of everything is more intense, usually emotionally, right?
Yeah. It's because it's raw and it's surprising, and
right.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, you have some shitty pets in between, and then you feel and maybe your fourth one you really care about more than the second one. But I don't know. No. As I mentioned, I didn't have any pets until I was an adult, so I haven't lost a pet yet. I'm still on all of my original pets. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, knocking on some wood. Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
No, I mean they're going to die, no matter how much wood you knock on.
Yeah. The knocking doesn't hurt, Keenan. I'm just saying.
What's the best case scenario, that I die first?
I mean, no, I don't want to say that. No, of course not. No, there was actually someone was saying like it was a very unique answer to like the 3 wishes question. I want my pets to be able to understand me, so that when I leave for work, I can tell them I'm coming back. And I was like, oh, that's really sweet. It's like, or when I leave for vacation or whatever.
Right.
And I want them to. I want us to live the same amount of time. Which, if you're a monkey's paw genie, that's you can be a real dick about that. But if you're a nice genie, you can be like, okay, your dog will live to be 75. Right. And then you're like 70. I mean, never mind. You don't have to know that.
Yeah, I think you've got to draw up some contracts with the genie in writing and do some drafts first. There's nothing in the rule book says that the genie can't see drafts of your wishes.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, yeah. I want to be able to run some wishes by you first.
Right. Is that a wish? No. That's not one of my wishes.
We have like a 30-day trial for each wish. Ooh.
That's pretty good.
Actually, yeah. I wish for a 30-day trial for each wish.
Well, now you only have 2 wishes.
Yeah, that sucks. Well, I wish for a free sample wish, and then with that free sample wish, I wish for a 30-day trial for each wish.
Is a free sample wish not wishing for more wishes?
Yeah, the free sample. Oh God, this is unrelated to anything.
But this is important stuff.
It is.
There's people to sleep over right now asking this question. As one of them is trying to fall asleep. It's just tell me in the morning. It's now that's all I could think about.
No, a freebie wish has to be you have to come up with it right now.
You're just making up rules for the genie.
Yes. And that genie's name? Wild Gene. There we go. All right. Okay. We can see that Evelyn is struggling with this. She obviously doesn't want to do this. We can just barely hear Joy talking to Becky. I really tried, but I couldn't make out anything until they actually cut to her. And this is what we're meant to hear. She says, "Yeah, my mom taped me to a chair because of raccoons." I love how this is correct and not correct at the same time.
Right.
Also, just another little peek inside this family. Joy has no problem sharing this with Becky.
All right.
And Becky's not like, what? What do you mean, huh? So So this tells us two things. One, this backs up the idea that this is somewhat normal in the Wong household.
Right.
And two, it's so normal that Becky is aware of it and she's not freaking out, that her girlfriend's mother tied her girlfriend to a chair.
Right. She's not calling 911 on the other line.
Right. It's like, oh, is this like last month with the schedule planning? Like,
yeah. When she taped you to a chair because of marmots. Yeah, it's a little like that.
Yeah, But yeah, she continues, and she says, we can hear her. She's like, yeah, it's a long story, but at some point, and I love Waymond here. He is still undoing the tape, and you can hear him. He's like, okay, be patient. Daddy's finding the... And I love that little detail of him trailing off as he's looking for the end of the tape, I'm assuming.
Right.
Like Daddy's finding the, I'm thinking like the end of the tape, which you can never find. It's impossible. But that is so real as opposed to him like just saying again, it's like, it's okay, Daddy's going to get you out of this or something, right?
Or finishing the thought, yeah.
Yeah. Like him trailing off because he's concentrating so hard on finding the little lip of the tape. Right? Yeah. But as this is playing out, we're actually looking at Evelyn, who looks as though she is gathering herself up and is slowly making her way over to them. Not sure if we're supposed to notice, but there is a white circle with a black center. Looks like a geode or something. It's on one of the shelves between Evelyn and Gong Gong.
Yeah.
Maybe a subtle hint that Evelyn has already decided, to do the right thing instead of, what Gong Gong is telling her to do.
Why would it be because it's...
Because it's the googly eye, not the bagel.
Oh, I see. It's the inverse of the bagel.
Right. So the good side is going to win out.
You're good, Lester.
Maybe. Well, I mean,
you're good at this. Yeah. Well, we had that statue at the beginning of the scene that was a black circle.
That was the actual bagel. Yeah.
It was two a man and a woman or two women. Yeah.
Right.
They're in the black. So yeah, we have the reverse of that here.
Mm-hmm,
Yes.
Yeah, on the other side of the room too.
Yes.
And we also got 2 American flags here.
That's true.
She's flanked by flags. What could this possibly mean?
I don't know.
Or does it mean nothing? Am I just like totally?
They're in a government building, I guess.
Yeah.
What do you have?
I don't like. I had nothing until we get to the next shot, and the next shot we cut to a close up of the box cutter in Evelyn's hand,
right.
And the thing says USA on it very clearly.
It sure does.
And I'm like, okay, we got the 2 flags, and then we got USA here on this weapon.
And the box cutter has flecks of red paint on it.
Or
blood. Yes, imperialist American blood everywhere.
So folks, I texted this in the group chat to Ian and Kyle and Keenan, and I was like, "Am I reaching? Like, what is?" And they're like, "What do you reach? Like, what do you?" And I don't even know. I don't even know what this is supposed to. I don't have a complete thought for this.
But I didn't see that. Did they say anything?
It was the best I could do was like, are the Daniels saying that the USA is associated with killing kids?
Sure. Well, yeah,
and like, which it is. That's what I think. But I'm saying, are the Daniels saying that?
Are you going to say that America, the government, has not killed kids?
I'm saying I agree with that.
Right. I mean, who's going to argue?
I don't know. But
show me one time where the American government has killed kids.
No, you're supposed to say, do your own research, and then you're supposed to say, prove it, and then you're supposed to say in another text, you're supposed to say, I'll wait. That's how you do it.
All right, let's see what our buddies Ian and Kyle said here. Okay, so Lester says, am I reaching here? And you've circled the flags. Very helpful. Good. And then Ian says, everything in a movie is fair game. And then he says, everywhere in a movie is fair game. That's very good.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie means what it means, apart from what the Daniels intended or Jason Kazvardi, the production designer intended. I mean, that's what's there. If that's what it makes you think when you watch it, then that's what it means.
Yep. And I mean, the funny thing is, like, if we were watching this, the regular way, I wouldn't even have caught any of that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have noticed the flags or the USA on the box cutter, but because we're doing this minute by minute and we're looking at every little thing like a Where's Waldo, I'm seeing that she's standing in between 2 flags,
right?
And and then we close up on the box cutter and it's very, very clearly saying USA, and I'm just I'm thinking back on we just had another school shooting, and I mean, as far as I know, like this is one of the only countries where like the most dangerous place for a child is school, right? With the shootings and now with ICE raids and everything like that, and I'm like, is that what the Daniels are doing? Like, I mean, ICE raids weren't happening in 2022, but but shootings definitely were.
Yeah, well, when it's the flags, I guess I would think more about like the military and bombing other countries and that kind of thing.
So, other like non-American kids,
like
you mean?
Vietnamese kids. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think I would argue this point. Because I don't know if it's much of a political movie. If there were maybe more of that throughout the movie, I would argue it. But yeah,
Right.
if that's what you're thinking of, I mean, it's there. I mean, you shouldn't feel bad about trying to read a movie.
Yeah.
I used to use a box cutter all the time because I worked at Target for 12 years or so. So we had each of us had several box cutters, and our brand at the time said Garvey on it.
Garvey.
And, it was, so instead of USA, it was Garvey, and I never thought to look up what that was. But I guess I looked it up now as you were talking about this. Yeah, just a brand, I guess. Just the Garvey brand.
Yeah.
The Jiffy cutter.
Like that orange cat.
Yeah. Lasagna gravy.
Yeah.
I have a quick box cutter story, though.
Oh, okay.
So I used to have a box cutter all the time.
Uh-huh.
And then one day I went to a speech from John Kerry, who was running for president.
Oh.
And so it was at UNLV, and waiting in the long line, for the security and everything. And then I'm like, I got a box cutter on me. and again, like the weapon that they did 9/11 with. And I'm like, oh my God.
And this is right at, oh boy, wow.
Yeah. So this would be 2004, right? Yeah. So I go up to the Secret Service agents and I go, I have a box cutter. You can take it from me. And they're just like, all right. They just have a little container full of, nail clippers and everyone's old knives that they're collecting. So I wasn't the only one who was stupid enough to bring a knife to a presidential campaign stop.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Boy, yeah. Okay, so, but like you said it in like, I'm never going to get this back, am I?
No, well, more like I'm an idiot. I can't believe I even brought this here. I'm so sorry. Because, when I was working at Target, we would have them in every pair of pants. You would have dozens of these things around my house.
Have them around. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Like Gong Gong.
Exactly. But his is the kind that's in a his is the kind that you wouldn't want to lose. Like the Garvey ones that we used at Target, like you lose them all the time because they were so cheap.
Right.
But like this one is like a full one with like the thumb mover thingy, the thumb lever, I guess.
Yeah. This is Heath Pegseth's great grandfather's box cutter.
Right.
And yeah, like it's been handed down from generation to generation.
That's right. Yeah. Up his army buddy's ass to smuggle back to the States.
Up his ass.
That's Walkin Chris.
All right. Okay. How many is that? Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. Like it's not that I was like, folks. It's not that I'm like trying to like, oh, see, look at this commentary on America. Da, da, da. Like it's just like we got to watch this like second by second, and I'm like. I was actually about to pass it up. I was like, okay, 2 American flags probably means nothing. And then the close-up on the knife, and I'm like, what are you doing, movie? Come on.
A red state USA,
yeah. It's like, how can I not? Like, I mean, obviously this is saying something,
You can't be mad at yourself for feeling something during when you're watching a movie.
Yeah.
Like Roger Ebert used to say, I'm sure he said it more elegantly than me, but he was my favorite film critic, and he used to argue against this idea that like you can go into a movie and be objective, and like look at something objective, or like if the movie had politics that you disagreed with, like people would say like, oh, you have to take your own politics out of this, right, when you're watching the movie, and he would say something along the lines of like, a movie critic is a man walks into a movie, and then like that's what you are. Like you're still a person. You can't completely take that out of it, and it would be missing the point,
Right. Because you're supposed to be, I mean, like, if you break it down, like, why do we go to movies? So we can like relive those feelings of like joy and anger and fear and gladness and all of that. So it's like, those are human and politics are just as much a part of that.
Yeah, and there are some film critics who say that all films are political.
Oh yeah.
But it's just that some films' politics are towards status quo, which another word for that is conservative.
Right.
Right. So that would be like most movies in America. Most of the people who look at the culture industry argue that most movies and TV in America are conservative politics, but we just don't see that.
Yeah, which is why people get so mad when this new woke bullshit happens. No, I'm kidding.
No, but like the argument is like, okay, this says that if you've got a bad boss, like movies in general, right? So some rom-com, and it's a man and a woman who work at a terrible company, and then they're split apart by it, and he gets like promoted up the ladder, and then he changes so that she breaks up with him or whatever, like the solution that the movie presents is like, if you love hard enough and work hard enough, like the bad boss will be fired from the corporation, right? And then love will conquer all at the corporation,
right?
And like we don't read that as politics at all, but of course it is. It says that like the American status quo works, and like evil will be outed at this company or whatever,
right?
And leftist politics would say like, hey, like they should form a union, and like we noticed that if that was the message of the movie, we'd be like, whoa, what is this politics? But the other one is still politics.
Yeah. Don't worry, Scrooge will fix himself.
Right.
Like he's going to get a visit from three magic ghosts,
right.
and so you don't have to stand up to him or do anything.
Right.
Yeah, right.
He's gonna use his money for good. You don't have to tax him out of it. Right?
The Grinch is going to have a change of heart. So don't you worry.
Right.
Don't you do anything. All you who's down in Whoville.
Right, you said to believe.
Yeah.
Believe you up by your bootstraps.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
And then and all the presents will trickle down.
Right.
And yeah.
But yeah, most movies are conservative politics, so we don't even notice them at all.
So, okay, because people are, we've gone on a whole thing here, but because people have lately been, I guess, not lately, like in the past 10 years, ever since a certain someone has become the main character of the damn country.
Of the world.
Of the world. God damn it. But like people are complaining about the wokeness of new movies, and I was under the impression that it's like, oh no, wait, like they were always like this, like Superman was always against the Nazis, and he was always pro the downtrodden and immigrants and the marginalized and everything like that. So these people who are complaining about like the wokeness of movies today are wrong. They just don't remember that it was always this way. But you're saying that like there is like a significant change in the, I don't know, in the flavor of the movies or the message?
I don't think so. I think real culture industry Marxist critics would say Superman by its nature is conservative, because Superman says that, again, in order for you to take care of evil, all you have to do is believe that Superman will come and save you.
Oh.
It is not leftist in any way whatsoever. It is still very much like, hey, we just need to, government has to get out of the way of these strong superheroes who go in and cure these things for us,
Interesting.
I mean, I don't want to get too much on a tangent, because like I will get us canceled if I start complaining about how very conservative superhero movies are. But yeah, like the idea that they are woke is just not the same thing as left-right politics or anything.
Interesting.
What they're really meaning is like whether people are nice or diverse or inclusive or whatever, which
interesting
isn't leftist or rightist.
It's just human. It's just how it should be.
Like Superman never like encourages people to advocate for change on behalf of the downtrodden in any way. He's like, I will take care of this.
He just beats up the Nazis for you, and that's
it. Like it's like this myth of like, if we elect the right person, or if we give the right person or group of people enough rights, and then we don't have to do anything.
Interesting.
And a lot of like, so again, like I subscribe to a lot of this, but not all of it. But like some cultural theorists say that when you do see a movie, for instance, that is, revolutionary or radical in some way, that's like advocating for change, like I don't know, like Aaron Brockovich or something, where it's like, hey, the solution here is like community and empowering women despite their class, like an uneducated lower class woman can get collective power and then cause good for the whole community and all that stuff. Like that's a leftist movie, but like what happens when it's a movie is like you sit there in the theater and you're like, wow, I really did something. You see her doing it and you're like, that feels really good. Like, oh yeah, I did a lot of like really good community advocacy work today. Crunch, 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 slurp, slurp, slurp. And then you're like, man, I'm beat. I better go home and just not do any of that stuff.
It was like when I was watching Fern Gully, and I was like, I am glad I saved that rainforest.
Exactly.
And then didn't throw my trash in the trash. I just
left it on the seats in the movie theater.
No, I didn't do that. But.
No. But yeah, but I think there, I think that there is there's always like counterexamples. Like there are people who watch Aaron Brockovich, or Stand and Deliver, and they're like, oh, I'm going to go out and change my life for this.
People who are inspired by it. Yeah.
Yeah, but most of us don't. Most of us are just like, wow, that was really cool. That was really interesting. And I feel great.
Like you feel like you accomplished something. Right, oh man.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of truth to that. That's how I feel when I go to these movies.
So even the most like left-leaning messaged movies are kind of lulling us into
Right.
not doing that.
Yeah, that's an argument. That's a thesis. You don't have to necessarily agree with that, but yeah.
Right.
But yeah, even a Snowpiercer or something that's like actually like revolutionary, like let's go and take what's ours or whatever. You go home and you don't do that.
Well, I mean, I guess that depends on the people because like I've watched stuff and it has shaped my worldviews and,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like back to this politics thing. Like, folks, if we didn't have politics in art, we wouldn't have Dante's Inferno, or John Milton's Paradise Lost, or any of that stuff. Because I mean, that was like that's all it was. Is he was putting his least favorite people in hell, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they were all, man. We did that season of our Devil Show at a time when I did not know many names in the political pantheon. And I remember we made up our own like it was like, okay, who's in your circle 3, who's in yours, and we had to like make up things. And I'm thinking if we were doing that today,
we can go back.
I would have several names for each circle.
Hey, there's plenty of room in
so easy.
hell. Don't worry, we can go back.
Anyway, but. Okay, where are we?
But that's a really good catch about this geode in the background and these flags, Lester. You're very good at this. Yes.
Thank you. But yeah, so Evelyn is inching closer, and Joy, still talking to Becky, looks up and notices her mom approaching her. She says, "Mom?" Evelyn continues her approach, and you can see all the life has drained out of her face. She looks like Joy looked when we first saw her staring into the dryer.
Yep. Evelyn has a sheen of sweat right now, which we haven't really noticed. Maybe it was there in the other shots in the scene because she has been running around and stuff. But this is the first time we see that. She's glistening and not in a fun way. Not in a it doesn't like make her look cool or empowered.
No. This is so I mean it could be either like all of the emotions all at once or just kind of like the shutting off of emotion. And again, we get this flash of Jobu, this really scary, really beautiful close-up of Jobu smiling as if she is watching this unfold. And I love how this quick little cut to Jobu's face is all we need to understand that this is not the right choice. Evelyn is playing into Jobu's hands. Cinema language is also telling us that Alpha Gong Gong is not aware of this. He's not like secretly working for Jobu. We understand that like he thinks this will like be a win against Jobu, but this little cut to her smiling lets us know that all of them are like puppets. Puppets.
Oh, so Jobu is putting her shots of her into Evelyn's mind, you're saying?
Right, I want to examine this from Evelyn's point of view. To me, this is like the Captain Howdy face in Karis's dream. And remember, in our Exorcist show, we debated whether Karis sees the Captain Howdy face in the dream or it's just there for us.
Right.
So, like, is Captain Howdy being like, good, or is it just like, hey, I'm here too, like talking to us, right? So, does Evelyn see or maybe feel Jobu watching this, or is it just there for us to be like, oh no, Evelyn, don't do it? Or is Jobu not there at all and Evelyn's like thinking about her?
Yeah, my inclination is that these are Evelyn's thoughts, but there is nothing. If Jobu can really control the world, why can't she control thoughts? If she can control physical matter, I know that in our world, our real world, we totally separate those ideas. That our thoughts don't have any physical nature to them, but they do. They're electricity. They are electrons, right? I think. I could be completely wrong about that.
They are and they aren't.
Right, but we think that they don't have any actual physical matter to them.
Right.
But that's not true. All parts of us do. We're like, we're water in like carbon skins, and all of our thoughts and everything that happens in us is electricity, electrons moving around. But yeah, so like, why can't if Jobu can control reality, why can't she control thoughts, or at least to submit these thoughts into people's minds?
Well, I don't think she's puppeting Evelyn right now. I don't think she's controlling her. I think it's almost like she's like sitting on the sidelines in her brain, watching as she does it and smiling like, I knew it. I knew this is, where you were going to go. Like smiling like, yes, it's all like smiling like the Emperor as Vader and Luke fight. He's not making them fight, but he's like enjoying, he's like, yes, this is all happening according to plan.
Yeah.
So that's what I think like that smile is with Jobu. She's like, aha, I knew you were going to do this. Like, yes, do it. Like fulfill the, like what I think of you or whatever.
Yeah, I do have a different read on what this shot is. So this is a shot of Jobu in the hallway when Evelyn and her are doing the hand vagina. But like the other shot that we saw of her in the hallway with raising her hand up and changing the light, like, this is not the literal shot that we have from the cut of the movie earlier.
Right. This is a callback to when she says salt. Like poppy seed, salt, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we have the wind that's going over her face, etc. In that instance, every piece of coverage that we've seen in the cut, she's not smiling at all. She's very, disturbed. Maybe kind of a little smirk through the pain.
Right.
But this one is one that is actually smiling, and you're reading it as menace, which I understand, because it is so close and shocking, and she's the big bad. But I don't know. I think it might be, maybe not on the first viewing, but it might be on the second viewing. Like, this is a shot of when she was closest with Joy, like in the past 5 years. Like, she's doing this thing with her, again, this like feminine empowerment of looking at the hand vagina together and actually doing something fun. Like, maybe the most fun, not fun, the most connection they've had since they sang Barbie Girl, whenever that was, years ago, right? And imagining or misremembering or changing the memories of that, like, they look into each other's eyes and have this nice moment. Yeah, because it's going to cause her to not kill her.
Right. Okay. So this isn't Jobu's consciousness smiling at all of this unfolding. This is Evelyn remembering a time when she was like face to face with her daughter and sort of like implanting this memory herself of like, oh yeah, and she was happy and I was happy. And
we felt each other's feminine power, like as women, not mother and daughter, but on this thing beyond the planes of existence where we were equals.
Oh, okay. I like that. Because otherwise, like if it is like Jobu, and like it's not Evelyn's memory, I have questions about the motivation here, because we're going to find out later that what Jobu really wants is to connect with Evelyn, and all her like posturing and gloating is covering up this deep sadness, and there are moments where she seems genuinely like tickled by how predictable everyone is being, right, and how it's proving her point that nothing matters, and at first that's what I thought this was. Like, she's happy that mom is starting to embrace the darkness and be like her. And I guess we don't have to answer this now. But we're also going to find that even this level of like wanting to connect with mom isn't the end, right? It's not that she wants to show her mother that nothing matters, right? She wants her mother to show her that it does matter. It's like you were saying, Keenan, like she wants to be proven wrong. Right? It's Vader holding his hand out to Luke. It's Joker holding his hand out to Batman. It's Satan holding his hand out to Jesus over all the kingdoms of the world. And it seems like they are saying, you're just like me, come with me, come to the dark side. But what they're really saying is, you're just like me, save me. Right? Prove me wrong, take me with you. Right. I think like that's the image I want in my head. Yeah. But yeah, mom inches closer with that box cutter, and we get a profile shot as the knife, I typoed and I said knife.
That's a knife.
That's not a knife. Yeah. But as the knife inches closer to Joy, and she says, "What are you? Or it could be, why are you? Yeah, it could be. It's hard to hear over the music. But that, unfortunately, that is where our minute ends. Is right as that box cutter is inching closer to Joy, and she's looking to her mother, and she's asking what or why.
Good questions.
Yeah, both of them good. Yeah. Isaac, does Isaac say anything in the Bible story, or is he just like on the slab, just totally happy with everything?
I think that's right. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think back, and it's like he doesn't. It's like they go up there, and Isaac is like, "Oh, where's the sacrificial sheep?" And Abraham's just like, "All right, that's enough of that." as our buddy Easty Clint says. But yeah, what did we think of this minute, Keenan?
Oh, I think you raised some really interesting questions here, Lester. Very much appreciate that. Yeah, some deep shit.
But not like the type of deep shit that like. It's like, you better be home by 9 p.m. or you're in deep shit. Like, not that kind of
Not that
shit.
kind.
No.
Right.
Yeah. But
this doesn't keep you up at sleepovers.
Everybody else is trying to sleep, and you're like, they call them donut holes, but they're like, Lester, go to sleep. Yeah. But folks, this has been the 68th minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I've been Lester Ryan Clark. You can reach me in all the universes as Lester Ryan Clark.
And I've been Keenan Diaz. In your universe, I'm on Instagram and Letterboxd as Howdy Keenan.
Yeah, we got our Facebook listener group, Banana for Scale. That's a community for all of our shows, including this one. It's a private group, but just request to join and you'll be sucked into the banana. If you want more, consider joining us at truestory.fm/join and look for Banana for Scale. That's us. You get bonus episodes of all our shows, access to our Discord, and you get your episodes a week early and ad-free. Pretty cool. Just $5. If you're not sure about that yet, one thing you can do that's absolutely free but would mean all the universes to us would be to give us a 5-star rating on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to our show. That and sharing the show by word of mouth or on social media is going to help our little podcast grow and find more cool people like you. All right, time to jump. That box cutter is making me nervous. I'm taking it out of Evelyn's hand.
Okay, good.
And I am... Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to deftly, expertly cut out the canvas of the painting in the back there, right? The dog and the heron,
right?
Or the heron and the dog. And I am going to replace it with the monkey and the cat.
Oh, excellent.
But wait, removing the canvas of this painting, there's something behind this painting. What is it? It looks like a door.
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah. Well, that's in another minute, so we can't be bothered with that. Yeah. So I replace it with the monkey and the cat.
Good. Excellent. Yeah. You've improved the movie for sure.
Yes.
All right. Now, you were not sure if you believed Gong Gong's crocodile tears because he's the crocodile in the Hook universe.
Oh yeah, that yeah.
So I'm going to be slightly off camera from him and sprinkle some tear water from the coffee machine onto him just when he needed. Yeah, moisten him up a little bit.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I thought you were going to say sprinkle some pixie dust on him, and then. I mean, I don't know. He doesn't really have happy thoughts, so he wouldn't go anywhere, though. Right? But I like the idea of floating Gong Gong. Yeah. All right, Keenan, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm thinking that we were talking about all this terrible stuff happening, all this villain, but we forgot to mention the greatest villain of all time.
Oh.
Hilly Daniel. From the Doubtful Misses.
Of course, the Doubtful Misses. Also starring Sally in the Fields. Sally of the Fields. There we go.
My parents have known who Sally Field is since 1972, and they always call her Sally Fields.
You don't know, Keenan. They might be thinking of an alternate universe. This might be Alpha Sally. Anyway, that's enough of that.
All right. Hanks Lester.
Yep. Oh, I see what you did. Yeah. Okay, folks, until next week, 1, 2, 3.